Ever get the video ready before going live?
Seriously?
I'm not a professional.
It's on!
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Disney Parks Talk Live.
What did that private message mean?
It means I'll kick it off.
Oh, I thought you were saying you would kick us off the stream.
I know, geez. Rebecca wants to do it by herself, folks. All right.
What did I do?
No, I'll start it.
Okay. All right,
Hey, everyone. My name is Rebecca Mosley. I'm the co-founder of Laughing Place, and with me is my husband, Doobie,
that's
the co-founder.
Doobie. I'm very happy to be here with this esteemed company.
And down below me, right there, is our West Coast correspondent, Mike Celestino. Hey, long time no talk, Mike.
It's been over an hour.
I know.
I'm not sure that's Mike. Something seems to be different about him. I can't quite put my finger on it.
And over there, that one right down there, that's the East Coast correspondent, Jeremiah Good. Hey, Jeremiah.
Hi, Rebecca. Doobie seems to disagree.
That is our vice president in charge of gelato and Italian mispronunciations, Jeremiah Good.
That's why I didn't pronounce them.
All right, now you may continue.
Apparently, we have breaking news. As just not long before we went live here, the Orange County Register is reporting that tomorrow at the Disneyland Resort, they're going to be testing virtual queue for Indiana Jones Adventure. Woohoo!
I can confirm, based on my own knowledge, that a virtual queue is needed for Indiana Jones Adventure because that queue, I believe, winds through the Jungle Cruise, over behind Main Street, up Harbor Boulevard, and in somewhere near the 22, just because of social distancing.
For those of you
see it going by outside here in Burbank.
But isn't it the same queue as it was for opening time? Like, isn't there that crossover and it goes down Main Street? No.
I totally forgot about the crossover.
Here's the thing. Currently at the Disneyland Resort, for those of you who haven't yet visited the reopened Disneyland, they don't queue you inside, but a minimal short amount of time. So what happens is they let a flood of people in and they feed through the queue, and then they're on board a vehicle very shortly, and then after a little bit they feed the next group in. So it's this very odd scenario where instead of the majority of the people waiting for Indiana Jones are inside a building, a majority of the people waiting for Indiana Jones must be housed outside a building.
So to shrink that from being as bad as it's been, apparently they're going to try the virtual queue, similar to they have at Rise of the Resistance. So
I love the virtual queue at Rise of the Resistance. It's the best thing ever.
When is your next trip to Disneyland, Mike?
I will be there coincidentally tomorrow.
Guess you get to give this a shot, don't you?
I guess so. What time does this happen?
I don't know the details yet.
Really?
I'm waiting for our news desk to craft.
I also don't know which park I'm starting in because I don't have my tickets yet. So theoretically, I don't know. Depending on the time, if it's 7 a.m., I may not be there. But
well, hopefully they do it like they do the Rise, where you don't have to be there for the early one, and then they release another one later. So, and then can you have both at the same time? This is all the stuff Mike gets to find out tomorrow. So you're not just going for fun tomorrow, Mike. You have a job.
Yeah, I was going there for my job initially.
Hi, Rebecca.
What?
She just disappeared on my side.
Oh, did I really?
Yeah.
We see you just fine, Rebecca.
Okay.
I think.
Cool.
Sure. Jeremiah's got issues. We know this. So anyway, That's our breaking news. Stay tuned to Laughing Place a little bit later on for full details of that. But let's get on with our expected show. Today's showrunner is Rebecca Mosley.
And as a reminder, we're here live. So if you have questions or comments on the news that we're bringing to you, please feel free to pop them in the chat. Yes, Jeremiah, do you have a question that you wish to ask of the group?
No, I have backup information. Visitors will be able to access the Indie virtual queue through the Disneyland app, much like they do for Rise the Resistance. Don't expect the Indie virtual queue to use all day like Rise. Disneyland anticipates using a hybrid of virtual and standby queues for Indiana Jones Adventure. Use your Disneyland app throughout the day to see which queue they're using.
Ta-da! And there you have it.
So
I will check when I get there.
it'll be quite confusing, which is great. But at least this means if Tony wants to wait in line, Tony can wait in line. And really, that's what matters. So as Rebecca said, we're live. We need some comments out there. Bring them on. In the meantime, what's next, Rebecca?
Well,
Bash!
well, Disney World has announced. Sorry, Jeremiah, I'll take the banner off your face.
Oh, sorry. Take it off again.
Boo Bash is coming starting on August 10th. They said tickets will be available next month, and this is a Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party Light. That's what I was trying to come up with.
Is that how you read it, Mr. VP?
Yeah, what do you think, Jeremiah?
That's definitely the way I read it, and I have a fear that this could be what we see going forward.
Oh, I don't believe that.
Why would you say that, Jeremiah?
The only reason that I say that is Mickey's Not So Scary, when you guys lived here, and up until a few years ago, was still the, hey, this is a great party to go to and not much worry. The past few years, it has not felt any different from a normal Saturday to a Mickey's Not So Scary for the capacity. After hours, the Disney after hours events have, since they started, been lower capacity. So I think, we could possibly see rebranding of it. I hope not, because I do love Mickey's Not So Scary, but I also, it used to be going and having fun, getting the candy, seeing everything. Now it's, if you want to do a ride, there's an hour and a half wait for Haunted Mansion.
So to clarify, the after hours events, something they've done in the past, are much, much lower attendance than a regular day at the park at a much, much higher price. The holiday events have been kind of in between. They're about half the price of a day in the park, but the attendance can really get pretty intense. And so you anticipate going forward, they may kind of convert them into themed after hours events where the price goes up, the attendance goes down, and people are happy.
I think they could see that, and doing it like that, we could see a difference. Yes, in the announcements, they didn't talk about the parade or the fireworks, which were the two main things for Mickey's Not So Scary that most of us would go for. But, who knows what we could see. I hope that next year we do see Mickey's Not So Scary return, but I have an inkling that we could be seeing this as a test.
But for those of you who are wondering, this event that starts in August, it is a 3-hour-long party. It will have character cavalcades. It will have candy. It will have dance parties. I believe it talks about guests in costumes. But
it's pretty much.
Yeah, you dress up in your favorite costumes. But there is no mention of other entertainment that we've seen in past, and given the current dynamic where we don't have parades occurring and we don't have nighttime fireworks, that isn't a surprise.
What's the ticket price?
I don't know that they've announced the ticket price yet.
Right. Yeah, and I think that'll tell us a lot. If they price this like a normal after hours event as opposed to like a normal Not So Scary, I would not be surprised if Jeremiah's right. And I'm not sure I would be against that either. I mean, I don't like higher prices, but if you get the Not So Scary experience, once we have parades and fireworks again, but at a lower attendance in exchange for a higher price, I would not mind that.
But this is only 3 hours. How long is the average Not So Scary party?
About that, right?
Yeah, 3 to 4. And one of the things that we were seeing just before the shutdown, the Villains After Hours event, which I kind of felt was a test going forward for this, And the first few nights that did happen they were selling those out almost nightly. So, and also it could be because they don't have the fireworks and everything, they can schedule more of these Boo Bashes.
And also, in the Orlando area, we do see that Horror Nights is moving forward they have auditions happening for scare actors and stilt walkers. So, you gotta keep up with the competition. So, not surprised to see the Boo Bash coming. The news that kind of, I think, surprised a lot of us with this halfway to Halloween is this special coming this fall, Muppets Haunted Mansion. What'd you think, Mike?
I'm super excited for this. This is a mashup of two of my favorite things, and I like the idea that maybe we'll get more Muppets in the park type specials after this if this is successful, because I think it's a great idea.
How about you, Jeremiah?
I love Muppets and I love Mansion. When I first saw this, I woke up first thing, started watching the different videos with Uncle Deadly. The stuff that they did where you could explore the other parks were great, especially like Mystic Manor. For people who haven't gotten a chance to experience it, they go deep dive into it. So,
very cool.
And then it connects to, hey, here's a sneak peek of Muppets Haunted Mansion. No, I don't have the lighting either.
We should have had that ready to go.
Hey, Nathan, we're doing well. How about you? Quick hits around global parks. Let's see. Hong Kong Disneyland is bringing the Royal Food and Drink Fair to Fantasyland on weekends now through June. You can check out the information over at Laughing Place.
Speaking of Mystic Manor.
Due to the ongoing extended state of emergency, Tokyo Disneyland Resort has suspended alcoholic beverages. They've also reduced operating hours while, I had to click right there. Oh, well, Universal Japan is not currently open. This week, Walt Disney World announced that temperature checks are phasing out. They began phasing out for a cast over the weekend, and the guest process is being phased out in a couple of days on the 16th.
Jeremiah can relax when he goes to the park.
All
Doesn't
right.
have to cool down.
Oh, hey, there's the out of place link for. And after we heard the announcement that the Walt Disney World temperature checks were going away, word got out that Universal Orlando, their temperature checks were pretty much going to be done the next day. It was like we were all getting that news that in a week, Walt Disney World's going to be phasing it out, and then it started to be told, oh, well, tomorrow it happens at Universal Orlando. So that's what's going on over there at the Florida theme parks.
Surprised they last this long.
And Universal Orlando changed their distance from 6 feet to 3 feet.
That's right.
So they can accommodate more people in their parks.
Which Disney has not done at this point.
Disneyland Resort has announced some additional dining venues are coming. On May 20th, you're going to have for the Legacy Pass holders, the Alfresco Tasting Terrace. We're going to have the Napa Rose and Blue Bayou coming near the end of the month. Yes.
Well, we have a Legacy Pass over here who I know is very disappointed that the annual passes are gone. So I would just like to get Mike's opinion. How excited are you about the fact that they've created this annual pass holder exclusive dining experience just for you?
I will definitely check it out. I don't know if it's a place where I'm going to be spending a tremendous amount of time. I do like the views from up there.
Mm-hmm. And the antipasta platter that they were featuring in one of their tweets looked really tasty.
Okay, good. So Mike C gives it a thumbs up. That's important to me.
Also, the opening of the Storyteller Cafe and Napa Rose at the end of this month, along with the Paradise Pier Hotel on June 15th. Mike, I know that dining at the resorts isn't necessarily top of your list, but have you enjoyed Napa or Storyteller?
Never been to either.
Oh, Storytellers is one of my favorites.
Napa Rose is the best restaurant on land in this entire world.
When Doobie and I lived in Huntington Beach,
what's that look, Jeremiah?
We used to eat at Napa Rose frequently. Just about every Friday, that's where everybody knew to find us, was over at Napa Rose.
So what's the one not on land?
And I heard
Hollow.
If you approach Doobie while he's at Napa Rose and ask him a favor, he has to accommodate you.
Oh, I want to know the story behind that comment. That's really funny. I like that.
We will leave that alone.
That is really funny. Okay.
But yeah, we spent a lot of time at Napa Rose. I'm very excited it's opening back up. Can't wait to take my honey back there sometime. We can leave our child with Mike Celestino. They can go nerd out someplace, and we'll go enjoy a nice dinner.
Was there any information on the parking situation with that? Is it because I understand that guests couldn't get into the hotels unless they were staying there?
That is the case now, but starting at the end of this month, Storyteller and Napa are going to be open to people other than resort
hotel guests. So yeah, so I would anticipate them adapting parking to fit that need, and I'm sure more information will be available as that date approaches. Continuing with the things that are returning, increased opportunities. Jeremiah got to have some fun this week.
There are often times where I get awoken by our CEO or a random message from our CEO of, okay, yeah, I'll head to the park because they're doing concrete work or something like Doobie and I talked about. But this one was great. Celebration of the Festival of the Lion King. It is a longer title, but a shorter show. Essentially, the entire show is still there. They've cut out the interaction with the guests, which includes the naming of the sections. So, Doobie, I don't know what your name means in Swahili. Sorry.
So, what sound does a giraffe make? Do we not know anymore?
We will never again know.
We should know. This was definitely mentioned when I talked to some of the cast members as just the temporary time. This is the finale. They don't do the wire work for the Can You Feel the Love Tonight. They just have the two bird people dancing 6 feet distance around the stage.
Yes, that was my question. Does it feel like the performers are social distancing from each other?
Yes.
Wow.
But you and I would notice it, but I don't think that the normal guests that go to the park, after there was a 3-show wait today or yesterday, will really notice it. It's as diehards who have seen it more times than we can count.
I have seen Die Hard more times than we can count. Yes, you're right.
They don't have the tumble monkeys, and I know
you can't right now.
Is it because their costumes are still being washed? Remember that scandal?
Yes.
Okay.
And they all have the bugs in their.
Wow, that's a deep cut.
Deep cut.
But the show is great. I will not lie. I did shed a bit of a tear when the show came up, and everybody cheered. I was there I believe I was there in the 3rd show, and everybody was so excited for it to return. And the cast, they were saying how during the dress rehearsals the day before, a lot of them were crying. So
for those who can't get out there, it'd be nice if there was some sort of a way to watch it online. Are you aware of anything, Jeremiah?
Oh, that's right. The Laughing Place YouTube channel. We have the full show in
right
glorious here. HD. Lightning.
Yes. Very beautifully done for us by the one and only Jeremiah. We appreciate that. Getting up, going to a park. I'm sure it was very hot, tiring. You were just exhausted from the heat. But he powered through just for
Lion
us.
King was worth it. That was definitely. Today was exhausting and hot, and then my camera decided to die or something.
That was so funny. This camera overheated.
I have a question for Mike Celestino since we're here. Mike Celestino, which is your favorite character from The Lion King?
I will say Timon.
Could have guessed that. I had no doubt you were going to say Timon, actually. Okay, go on, Rebecca. I'm sorry.
No, you're totally fine. I have this arranged in such a way that I can easily dump and move around content depending on how many inane questions you ask.
Did I just hear my wife say she's going to dump me? Did I get that right?
Well, didn't she say that she's going to kick us off?
Wow, you guys are just making me out to be the big bully of the team or something.
You're in charge now. It is your world, Rebecca. We just zoom in it.
Oh, well, there you go. Hey, so I learned that at Walt Disney World, they have this thing called Capture Your Moment, and it's a photo pass service, and you get like a 20-minute photo session, or you can do like 2 of them, and then you would get a 40-minute photo session with 2 locations. And the pictures are not included with the fee, but if you're a part of the like photo pass program, then you can have them added to your photo pass account. But they had been doing this at the Magic Kingdom, and now they've brought it over to Animal Kingdom. And you can do, like, if you're getting engaged at Animal Kingdom, you can get some professionally shot photos there now. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I figured I'd, tell you guys about it.
I saw a few people doing those at Magic Kingdom and at Animal Kingdom over my past few visits, and it looks amazing. Like, the photo pass person isn't just the guy who's standing on Main Street snapping the one picture. He follows you and like suggests, or she follows you, suggests the best angles, and really does a good job.
Oh, that's fascinating.
And
So-
go ahead, sorry.
I was just going to say, so even Jeremiah may get some good pictures out of this.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get my best side.
Yeah, turn around. All right, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Did you get to try some of the tasty treats here, Jeremiah?
Yes. What's the name of the place, Doobie?
It's Doobie, what's the name of this place?
I can't see it from here. Sorry, you can say it.
It's is it the Gelateria Toscana,
Yes, something like that.
or is it Gelateria Toscana? I'm sticking with Toscana, but I'm just not sure if it's Gelateria or Gelateria.
I think it's Gelateria.
I think it depends if you're in the north of Italy or the south of Italy.
Is it a cafeteria or a cafeteria? So
Yes, I got to experience it. It is in Italy. It's a brand new building. It is part of the Patina food groups. The food, it is a great place to take a break, cool off, and enjoy a ribbon cutting with Mickey and Mr. Rodriguez, the vice president of Epcot, or Mrs. Rodriguez, the vice president of Epcot.
this is the building that was behind the wall, Doobie. Do you remember when we were walking from Italy to America? We were like, "What's that behind the wall?"
Yes, I am aware of what this is.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I just want sometimes you kind of miss the obvious. So I just wanted to make
whenever
sure
I see whenever I see one of these tiny grand openings by an operating participant, I always figure, like, if they have a character, they had to pay extra to get that character to come to their little grand opening, and that just cracks me up.
Ooh, yummy treats! Look at these. Ooh, that looks nice.
That was very good. Everything there was great. It is a gelato place. They have wine.
Is that the frozen sangria?
No, that's just a cup of wine.
Oh, the frozen sangria sounded good.
It's a cup of wine.
Ooh, cannoli.
Yes. Ooh, a tall glass.
And then one more. Scroll down a little bit more.
I gotta go a little bit farther. Okay.
Yep.
Yummy.
Yeah, it was all very good. Definitely a great addition to Epcot. And even today, when it was very hot, there wasn't much of a line because it's right in between America and Italy. So there's so much going on both sides. But I will definitely be stopping by there on future visits. And yes, Doobie, at some point I will go live for it. Are we going to order some biscuits?
And gravy, yes, most definitely.
Everybody say hi to Amy and Daisy who are watching.
Hi, Daisy.
Her new puppy.
I hope Daisy didn't go crazy looking at all those delectable delights.
Let's see. Continuing the things that are coming to the resorts. Galaxy's Edge is getting a new shipment, the Toydarian to be specific. Lots of cuddly things are coming to the Toydarian shop. What's the name of it? Toydarian Toy Maker.
Mike, thoughts?
Mike, you have any of these on your list?
Yes. As I said in our previous broadcast,
I was pretending like we hadn't talked about it.
I'm very excited to grab the Doc Ondar plush.
He's so cute.
Don't tell me. Doc Ondar is the second from the left.
What
right?
color?
What do you count? How many?
I know.
Does the
Is
bag
it this
count as a
one?
thing?
Is it this one?
No,
Is it
that's
this
Darth
one?
Maul. I don't know who that is. The one in the
No,
white
no,
robe.
wait. You don't know who this is?
No, is that Jar
That's
Jar?
the Jar Jar Binks.
That's Jar Jar
Oh,
Binks. That's
okay.
your favorite Star Wars character.
And then Darth Maul, and then Duck Under.
Yes,
Yeah.
Doc Undar.
Right.
Do you know what this is?
No.
Jeremiah knows. He's the one who told me.
Yeah,
And I couldn't figure out what it was. It's a lava meerkat.
Yeah.
So it's a Star Wars Timon.
And what's the thing on the left with the horns?
It's a, what is it called, Mike?
It's just a loth cat, but it's a different color from the one that we have had previously.
Isn't that the Loungefly bag already been out? Is that the droid?
It's a droid bag. The one that had been out was gray with rose gold. This one is blue with traditional gold.
And why is Lux
I hadn't
behind
seen
all
it.
of them?
It might have been out. You might have seen it, but I hadn't yet seen it.
And none of this was out on the 4th, right, Mike, at the event?
It was not at my event at downtown.
We didn't have anything here. I will be venturing towards the park soon.
But
How is
these
that
items were, I know, in fact, that our Mike C managed to capture one of them for himself, these wishables.
Yeah, I already put it back in the other room, or I would show it. But I managed to luckily get the Captain Rex, which is the one that I wanted. So
Adorable Captain Rex right here.
Is that a star speeder on the right?
And the
right
left.
and left.
Look, what, the 1,000 and the 3,000?
No, 3,000, 1,000.
Oh, I swapped them. Phooey. Oh, I'm going to catch it for my son.
But the problem is, on the bag, they only have the 1,000. So the 3,000 is the variant. I mean, not that you can...
Is it
tell.
a chaser, is what you're telling me?
Yeah. So you'll have to buy
Dreaded
multiples
chaser.
of the same Star Speeder and hopefully get a different color.
Sometimes I think they create this merchandise just to make money.
I think so too.
Really?
I don't think it's about the fans anymore. I think it's about the
Walt
all-powerful
is
dollar.
spinning in his grave.
His head's just turning around in circles underneath the partner statue.
All right, we probably should stop this. We're offending everybody that we possibly can.
If you're a fan of The Wave, it's going
I
to
am.
be closing in mid-July to prepare for the 50th. So check your calendars for its refurbishment.
I wonder what they're
How-
going to do. I mean, this
Well,
restaurant isn't been around forever.
They're going
Yeah, I
to
was
turn it
wondering
into
that
a
too.
play area, and they're going to have an arcade and a movie
Yeah.
theater down there.
I mean, the Contemporary obviously has been around since day one, so I wonder if they're going to do some kind of homage or something. That would be neat. Interesting.
Oh, I was thinking more like they were going to do something character to it, because isn't that what they did when they closed the fancy restaurant at the Wilderness Lodge?
Yeah.
And so I was I was thinking that we were going to see it come back with character, but I mean, I that was just a total guess based upon what's been happening at other locations.
Okay, that's
So-
a good guess. That's a good
Oh,
guess. I think.
thanks. Every once in a while, I have them. And Chef Mickey's, Cape May, and Tusker House are on their way back, so be sure to visit Laughing Place or Disney Dining to find out more about those
Chef Mickey's for
returning
dinner.
locations.
And those,
Chef Mickey's for dinner. It's
Yep.
been open for breakfast and
Thank you.
lunch.
Thank you for the clarification.
and
Appreciate
all
it.
three of those have been buffets. That's why they're news, but they're not going to be buffets now, right, Jeremiah?
Chef Mickey's is, well, no, they're not at the time, but Chef Mickey's didn't do any type of changes. They're a little bit more almost like cafeteria style. Where
It's it's still all you care to. Chef Mickey's is still all you care to
Yeah.
eat. It's just they do it the way that they do it at Garden Grill, where they bring you a refilling platter as opposed to you going up to a extended line of food for you to be all over before other people eat it.
Well, that's great. Figuring out how to reopen these locations as historically buffets are, a great way to make these hotels more whole.
And the other locations, you can check the dining app or the Disney Dining for more information on how they are adapting to the changes.
Mike Celestino, do you have a favorite buffet at Disneyland Resort?
Give me some options.
I was
Goofy's
like, he hasn't been to the one.
Goofy's Kitchen, Storyteller Breakfast, which you've never been to. I guess those are your two options.
No, I've never done either. So
PCH Grill.
Club 33.
never stepped foot inside Club 33.
PCH Grill is buffet, and Club 33 is not buffet anymore.
Mike Celestino, but he could have gone when it was. Mike Celestino's never been to Club
I'm
33.
surprised Mike Celestino hasn't been to Club 33.
One time I was at a media event and I had like a private like tour guide, cast member, plaid, whatever. And we had like 45 minutes to kill before my next interview. And she was like, all right, well, you can do anything you want in the park. I'll walk you on any attraction you want. I was like, I would really love to see the inside of Club 33. I've never seen it. And she was like, no, I can't do that.
Aww.
Denied.
Then you should have asked for Walt's apartment.
That would have been a good one too.
That's the fallback, because I still haven't done that one.
I haven't been there. Have you been in there with Jeremiah?
I'm sure Jeremiah has been in there. I haven't.
So Jeremiah's been to Club 33 on both coasts, I presume. Walt's apartment. Have you been in the Cinderella Castle Suite?
Yes, we have photos of my tour on Laughing Place.
And Rebecca has done all of those as well. I have never been.
Yeah, but I'm
to
sure
Cinderella
Jeremiah
Castle
has
Suite.
been in the. Aren't there Club 33 equivalents in a global fashion?
Tokyo and Shanghai. Shanghai, I walked in to their Club 33 during while they're having their media thing. I wasn't part of media. I just kind of walked up and took 2 steps in, and then the person like, "Can I help you?" I was like, "Oh, I'm not sure where I am." And their Club 33 is very nice.
Aw, that's so cute.
I believe our CEO has been in that Club 33 though.
Is this the restroom? I'm so confused.
I'm a silly American here in Shanghai for the first time. I don't know what I'm doing.
So we do not condone.
No. We don't condone in general.
Yeah, I was gonna say pretty much just
we don't condone Jeremiah.
we disavow. We disavow knowledge.
Only if I'm taught, though.
This week, because it was May the 4th, there was a lot of Star Wars news, and some of it is related to the Disney parks. So here we go. Let's talk about the Halcyon a little bit, right?
The Halcyon stuff. I mean, I don't think there was a lot that was brand new for us. I think most of the breaking stuff came out of the casting. But the Star Cruiser display is out. It is very much the same Star Cruiser display that we had at D23 Expo now 2.5 years ago. But it's up closer. The slideshow in the back changes through a lot of the photos that we've seen. I think it's definitely more of just the promotion of, hey, this is coming, and then we started seeing the casting announcements come out through Disney.
I was going to say, I think the Disney careers posting for cruise director and a person entitled The Fixer on the application that I was telling Mike sounds like a bit of a scoundrel to me. So that sounds like that could be a rather fun role. And then, of course, they were still sharing more of the realistic lightsaber that we're all still wondering exactly what that might be.
So I had a Halcyon question. So the Halcyon, of course, is the hotel Star Cruiser thingy that's coming to Disney World in 2022. So these job listings, these are like actors, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Look how tremendous that hilt is for that lightsaber. It's so oversized. I guess that's the trade-off you have to make.
I love watching this video.
Yep.
And the blade is not long enough also. So they haven't quite got there yet.
Breaking news. Mike Celestino is complaining about the real lightsaber before it's even out. You sure your name's not Tony?
Wow. So mean.
All right, I'm sorry. Let me give Mike some props here. For anyone that missed Disney Trivia Live on May the 4th, 6 days ago, go back and watch it. Mike Celestino arranged 2 incredible guests. Obi-Wan Kenobi was there. And then Emperor, it's almost like saying Voldemort. Emperor Palpatine was there. We survived. We're still here, but the show was incredible. You need to go check that out on our YouTube channel, Disney Trivia Live, episode 98, starring not starring Celestino. You were nowhere to be seen.
Can I offer a peek?
Yes, please do.
The overly difficult trivia was written by Celestino.
There you go.
Yes.
There's a peek.
Is,
a peek at the fun.
Obi-Wan himself. Way to go.
And I can scroll.
I hear Mike does a pretty good Obi-Wan impression.
What's funny is my beard will be that long again in about a week and a half.
I can't grow a mustache in a month, but you can grow a beard in like 3 days.
Wow. So check that out. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
You're all good because Mike Celestino got to visit the return of Knott's Berry Farm.
Yes,
and I grabbed your tweets.
Oh, cool! I also put together an article, but that's fine. It was the first of the season pass holder preview days, and theoretically all the attractions were supposed to be open, but 2 that I really wanted to go on were not available, at least in the hours that I was there. I left about 3 or 3:30 p.m. and the Timber Mountain log ride had not opened, and the Calico Railroad had not opened. I was waiting for both of those to get video, but it didn't happen. I did shoot video of the Calico Mine Train and the Calico River Rapids, though. You can find both of those on the Laughing Place YouTube channel. It was a fun day. I'm going back next week, at the end of next week, for the actual official reopening date on Friday, the 21st. Oh, and they do have working water fountains. I was super, super psyched about that.
Mike's ongoing up-to-the-minute reporting on which Southern California theme parks will offer you water at a water fountain and which will not. The continuing saga.
How did it feel compared to Disneyland?
You mean
the water fountain?
Crowd levels?
Just in general, just the feel of it. Shut up, Jeremiah.
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure which criteria you mean.
Pick one. Or none. Or say dumb question, Doobie, and move on.
No, it's not a dumb question. I'm just trying to put myself in the right mindset. Yeah, I don't know. The energy was a little different. You know, at Knott's, I feel like when I'm there early, when I'm there at Rope Drop, at Knott's, it's empty. Like, there's no one there at all. And it's totally different at Disneyland, where everybody's there, like, raring to go. So Knott's started off completely empty and got busier as the day went on.
Okay.
People kind of ended up strolling into the park a little bit later. So the energy is not quite the same. But people were excited to be there and get on the rides again. All the roller coasters are going and everything. I was a little bummed by the 2 rides not working yet, but hopefully they'll have them up and running by next week.
Did you ride Berry Tales again?
I did not. I had done it a few times at the media preview. I didn't really care to wait since we didn't need the video anymore or anything.
You will probably never ride that again for the rest of your life, right?
I have promised my wife that I will do it with her.
Okay.
When she goes, so I have to do it at least once, which is exactly what happened with Voyage to the Iron Reef, the previous iteration of that ride. I did it at the media event, did it with my wife when she went, and then I never went on it ever again.
Over at Knott's Berry Farm, they're also getting ready to open their Soak City in a couple of weeks. That'll be the large water park there across the street from...
I got my reservation.
Woohoo! Yes, Jeremiah.
So that tweet says it's the largest water park in Orange County.
All of Orange County.
Isn't Great Wolf Lodge in Orange County, or is that outside of Orange County?
That's so tiny. There's no way that's bigger than...
It's not a big water park.
Have you been to the Knott's water park? It's like...
I've been to a Great Wolf Lodge. And I have a hard time envisioning it being smaller than it being bigger than Soak City.
I need to see some numbers on that.
Jeremiah's on it.
As we debate the size of LA of Orange County water parks,
I'll be there Saturday the 29th. I booked because I couldn't go the previous weekend, so I'll
do a live
Have you ever
stream.
been there before, Mike?
I have been there. Yes, we went when they expanded it a little bit a few years ago.
Oh,
Maybe
see,
that's
it's
when
bigger.
they overtook Great Wolf Lodge.
Really just trying to get us on the Great Wolf Lodge, apparently.
Yeah.
There's one opening up about an hour away from us. I'm very excited. Down at Disneyland, we are all very eagerly awaiting the opening of Adventures Campus, and at Laughing Place, they are doing we are doing but I don't write it, so they are doing a countdown until Adventure Campus opens, and they're looking at some of the details of the land. They're starting off with an article about the Kirby Crackle, which is that blue stuff, I'm assuming.
When do
Sounds
they
like a
talk
cereal.
about the PIM
Yeah,
test
sounds
kitchen?
good. Oh, that's
Oh.
that's in here too. Hang on, I got to click on the right tab because
That's
we
the
talk about the
PIM
ancient
test kitchen, right, Doobie?
sanctum. There
The
you
next-
go. Right. Oh no, wait. This is going to be a little gamma radiation on the menu at Avengers Campus. Apparently, we're trying to hint that we're going to have that.
There's a Easter egg in one of the cans. If you have that photo of the cans hanging down from the ceiling, one of them is that soda that Stanley drinks in the movie.
Am I in the right article, Mike?
I don't know if it's in there, but it could be.
Yeah, it talks about a contaminated soda. So yeah, this must be it. This here's the place. So yeah,
maybe not.
That's the drink that they're having that's made out of that stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it was in the tweet that had the actual photos from inside the restaurant.
There's like
Yeah,
giant, because you're supposed to be
Sure.
shrunk down, and there's giant soda cans hanging from the ceiling above you,
Oh.
and one of them is those sodas.
Very
Soda.
cool. I do not have that tweet. I do, however, have a tweet of the costumes. I can.
And there's trash cans in those costumes.
That's
but
a
it's
costume on the left?
The web slinger. Yes, yeah, it says web on it.
I want to work there. That's just a relaxed place to go work. Huh?
Well, now you
Perfect.
can wear whatever you like there, Doobie.
Can you imagine it's summertime and you can dress like the guy on the left or the guy on the right?
Right? Exactly. Which one would you choose?
Wow. That is chill. Cool. Oh, I can't wait for June 4th. That's less than a month away, guys. We're going to get an entirely new land at California Adventure in less than a month. How exciting is that?
I'll be there.
Ask me after June 15th.
and the PIM kitchen, Mike, I want you to dress the part, go to the PIM kitchen, do like a little video, dress appropriately from there. I think we've got another hit.
Right. Shawarma.
On the East Coast, they have announced the return of the Disney College program. They've given details on the new community that's been built to house these college program individuals as they return to Walt Disney World Resort. It's called Flamingo Crossing Village. It's on the west side of property, correct, Jeremiah?
It's right behind. It's almost the southernmost part. Because it's underneath Disney's Animal Kingdom.
Utilidors?
Yeah, they're the utilidors. They're just stick them. You can't even go outside unless you're chained to the attraction you're going to. I actually drive by that location almost daily for the past year, and watching it go from pretty much nothing to these beautiful apartments. I look forward to hearing about how people think, especially compared to the old campuses of the cast members and how much that was a loved place. But these look amazing. They were all custom built just for this program. The only thing I am worried about is the traffic getting through there.
Is that going to be on that windy road?
Yes, it's the Herzog that goes into Flamingo Crossing. Flamingo Crossing was originally designed for a kind of a Disney Springs light or a downtown Disney light. They're going to have clubs and like the restaurant. Now it's kind of turned into more of a community. Cast members will be there. They're going to have fast food restaurants. They're going to have, I believe, a Publix will be there. So it is becoming much more of a actual just village for all of this.
There
So the
you
people
go.
there will be the village people.
Yes. And yes, you can come wearing your favorite Native American headgear, Doobie.
It's a member of the village people. Progress continues on Zootopia. We have images of a construction wall because we're Laughing Place. That's what we do.
We have a Shanghai Disneyland construction wall because we're Laughing Place, and that's what we do. That's awesome.
Who took that for us?
I think it's actually sent that out. But
the Parks blog actually put out that an article, and that was all that they said.
But I would like to think that we're the trendsetters. We've been taking pictures of construction walls since 1999.
That's right. Made a good living at it too.
Tagline. We've had the best construction walls for over 20 years.
Okay, I found a picture that I took of like the Disneyland put out a new cup, and I have a picture. It's sitting on top of a trash can, because that's what you would use, and then the picture of the new cup, and it's from, I want to say it was 1999. It may have been 2000, and I was like, oh, I want to put this out and be like, before there was Instagram, there was LP Live, because that's what we used to do. You would send it via email to a special account, and then that would go to either Doobie or my phone, and then we would release it, and it would publish on a special page of Laughing Place, and so it was like Instagram, Twitter kind of fun stuff.
We need to bring that back.
Yeah, that's what we need to do.
You know what? In all honesty, Jeremiah, I was thinking, we should start telling people to use hashtag LP Live. And then we could follow within the community when people are at the parks like we used to. Because that was always so much fun because it would pop up on the front page of Laughing Place. And so you'd be there watching, you'd be there reading an article, and then all of a sudden a picture would pop up of, say, 999 haunts from the discussion boards. 999 haunts having a popcorn, kind of thing. And it would just, I don't know. It was a neat community creation. And
ahead of our time.
I'm adding LP Live to our Instagram information.
No, don't do that. We're going to end up with it's not going to be, you can't do hashtags anymore because people don't behave.
No, it won't. No, it'll just be something we pay attention to.
You can start, when you tweet from the park, just start doing hashtag LP Live.
I am.
Only the tweets from the park, and then people can click that and they'll see all our park tweets. I like that idea. Do it, Jeremiah.
Is there anything else, Doobie, any big stories? Because I know we've got a lot of...
you were talking about stuff reopening. I know we just learned today that the Blue Bayou is also going to be reopening at the end of the month, and I felt that was kind of exciting, so just wanted to make sure I made mention about that.
She did.
Blue Bayou? No, you said Napa Rose and Storyteller.
Well, no, but I was saying Blue Bayou when you popped in with the others, and I may not have repeated myself.
Jeremiah, we've got slack.
It's all good. It's all good.
I know there's a lot of merchandise, but we want to make sure you have something to talk about tomorrow.
Yeah, we talked a lot about it last week. I also have.
What about the biggest news? Yeah, the biggest news of the year so far, Advent Health.
Yeah, we actually got, as part of the announcement of that, I was going to see if I could pull up that tweet. Oh, hey, talk about this one while I pull up the tweet of the Advent Health. Do you know this one, Doobie?
It looks like, if I'm not mistaken, cast members at Walt Disney World
seriously
are continuing conservation efforts.
I know Jeremiah knows about this, right? Or do you not either?
Is this the cast member costumes are going to be made out of recycled materials?
Yes.
Oh my! Yes,
it is. That's part of the news here.
And I also love our ambassadors doing the amazing look, here's a bucket made out of recycled material. No, it's very exciting. The Disney company as a whole is moving forward with all sorts of recycle, reduce, reuse. I know they added another R, and I don't remember what it is anymore. But a lot of the costumes are going to be starting to be made out of recycled material. I know some on the interweb have called it cast members costumes made out of trash, but it's recycled materials.
Yeah, Yeah, it's a little bit more enticing than that.
Porky.
Porky. The original. I am not finding that tweet. But
That's okay.
we were sent a box, and when you opened it, it played a little bit of One Little Spark. And inside were all sorts of little gadgets and gizmos because the Walt Disney World Resort announced a new partnership with Advent Health. That's like a continuation of their previously existing relationship. They're going to offer like a bit of a portal regarding making your trip planning when you have health concerns in addition to it. Jeremiah, do you have information on that one? Is that part of your coverage?
That was actually our CEO had that while I was covering the gelato place. Let's talk about who won that announcement. I know that I actually heard a commercial while I was driving today that Advent Health is going to become more prominent around the park. And to me, that announcement kind of sounded like they may be taking over the first aid stations and working with that. And I know the Advent Health is working on a pediatric wing of one of the hospitals, and I apologize, I don't have that information, where Disney is going to be, it's going to become kind of like the one in Orange County.
Yes, they're creating, they're calling it they're calling this partnership the Advent World of Wellness, and it's going to be in addition to the app interface that is going to be part of this, they're going to have a new Advent emergency room at Flamingo Crossing. And Laughing Place has all the details, and we'll link to it here. Yes, sir.
When you mentioned that specifically in the park, Jeremiah, I mean, I'm hoping that my next primary care provider has their office inside, maybe Epcot, and I know I'm definitely going to go there for my flu shot. So I'm really excited for this.
Can you imagine? Sorry.
In the Wonders of Health Pavilion, maybe the old Making of Me location. You can go in there.
Making it, that's maybe the OBGYN at the Making of Me, you know.
As the announcement says, Walt Disney World guests will have facilitated access to the Advent Health Virtual Care System, which is a telemedicine service, and they'll be just a few clicks away from being treated by an Advent care physician via their computers, tablets, or smartphones through the My Disney app. So it sounds like it's a way of getting a bit of medical attention during your vacation, but through the app.
It's a queue activity. Instead of playing Heads Up or the wait time game, let's go ahead and have our appointment while we're here.
Remember how in Epcot you used to go up to the screen to make reservations and you could talk to the humans? You walk up to the screen, press the button, I have a cough. Yeah. Hang on, WebMD. Sorry, you have a terminal disease.
I think this is more about things like maybe you forgot your medicine at home and you need a prescription refilled on an emergency thing. That kind of, oh, hey, I forgot this med and I need it, and please help me out. It'll make that kind of challenge a little bit easier, maybe a little less intimidating.
What we have here are two idiots, one adult, and one guy who just wants it all in.
It's almost over, Mike. We're almost out of here. It's almost done.
I thought you were going to ask Mike what his favorite medicine was or something.
I should have. I'm so sorry I didn't. I'm so sorry. That's a HIPAA thing, though. I got to be careful with that.
That's not very hip.
And if you want to bring the magic of Disney home, Funko has announced the It's a Small World board game.
Is that the Funky Pops?
With the tiny cards. That's so funny.
It even has a little happy clock.
It's a small world with the tiny cards. Mike, do you have a favorite board game? I think I've asked you that.
I have so many favorite board games. That's all I do.
Really?
Is look at the board games on my shelf because we haven't had people in our apartment for a year.
Oh, that's right.
No, but we are having people over to play board games soon. I'm super excited. I just bought this like $250 Batman board game that's super elaborate. I bought all the expansions and everything. So.
Doobie, you're not making fun of me for anything for a while.
A board game has you're right. Expansions on a board game?
Yes.
$250. Are you going to stream that or something? That sounds fascinating.
Was I going to stream with Laughing Place? No.
Or just on your own.
Try to enjoy it. Yeah.
It sounds. I can't even imagine what that is.
I know. I'm super excited to check that out. But yeah, I do love board games.
push the player on your left into a vat of chemicals at Ace Chemicals. They become the Joker.
Wow. I feel like Jeremiah is the nerdiest nerd in the world with all his pin collecting and stuff. Mike Celestino has board games he's never even thought about playing yet. We need better hobbies, hon.
Well, we have that Jaws board game right there.
Wait, is the board game like in between the two of you? Like right there?
Right over there.
Right there.
Ben,
we should
Ben
do that
gave it-
sometime.
Ben
and then
gave
I
it
come
to
back
us.
with it.
Oh, that'd be cool. We should totally do that.
You grab my phone. Yeah.
Yeah, see, because I could give you a hint water bottle.
Oh, that would be great. Here.
Oh, thanks for the Dr. Pepper bottle. It's empty. That's weird.
Can you do that for me? Can you give me water?
What?
Give me water. There we go. Anyway, speaking of Hint, by the way, if you're watching Hint, don't sponsor this one, but sponsor Disney Trivia Live.
Dewey's gonna keep trying. Keep trying.
Well, hopefully they get the hint.
Well, we're winding down our nonsense, but I had to share this. Check it out. Paper version of an opening day attraction, Mad Tea Party.
But the opening day attraction
isn't
anything like that.
What are the strings for?
It's like the lantern-y things that hang over it.
Oh, I thought it was so they could travel farther to on Saturdays.
Oh, here, Doobie, can you recycle this for me?
Let me see what I can do for you. I got it.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, well, if you enjoyed this craziness...
What's wrong with you?
Oh, sorry. You're right. You can like this channel. If you want to have updates when this channel goes live, hit the bell, and then it'll be like, hey, Jeremiah's live in the park, like he was today.
Oh, I think Mike had to go get a bottle.
Celestino might be live from some other park, because he's going to here, there, and everywhere, even right now.
I see a Dianoga on his shelf.
If you're looking for more beautiful moments in Disney parks, you can check out our tweets for a symphony that occurred in the foreground of the Magic Castle at Hong Kong. What's the name of it? The name stopped.
Storybook Castle?
No, that's the one in Shanghai. The Hong Kong one's like
Castle of Princess Dreams.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I can't.
Mike, did you get bottles? Are you?
No, I just wanted to show you. This is one box of like 5 that this giant Batman board game came in.
What do you have to like play it on the floor because the table's not big enough for it?
Who's that behind? Is that Signal behind Batgirl? Yellow?
No, that's that new guy. I don't remember his name.
Yeah, he was Signal. Now
Signal, yeah.
Yeah, he's changed his names.
$250.
Yeah. I mean,
the Castle of Magical Dreams.
I think the base game is like 100, but then I bought all the expansions. So
you ever played Scrabble or?
I love Scrabble. I play a lot of Scrabble.
Do you really? Are you a good speller?
That's the only thing I'm good at is spelling.
I would not go that far.
I played Scrabble competitively for a little while when I lived in New York.
No. Are you serious?
I was not as good as some of the other people up there.
Did you do stand up while you did competitive Scrabble? Because those are two things about you that I now know that I will never believe.
Have you seen the documentary?
I have video of one of them, but
have you seen the documentary on competitive Scrabble players?
Yeah, Word Wars.
Yeah, really good.
I like that one. And there's a book that goes with that called Word Freak.
Okay,
really
I wonder
good
where
too.
that.
Isn't that the guy who comments on our stuff at times?
I feel like
Hard Frack. That's right.
If Mike made a list of everything he's done, we would all be ashamed.
Rebecca,
for
you
the,
could just
the
stop
breath we're
this
taking
now.
away.
You could just push the button.
I'm enjoying the fun banter that happens.
Mike, Mike lives life. We just exist. Mike lives life.
He grabs it.
I don't feel that way lately, but I'm trying to start living life again. Yeah.
You've had a year and a half of off.
I was going to say you did it. You did what was within the confines of the dynamic. You certainly didn't just let it slip by for a year. So you.
Exactly.
I'm
I also
excited.
played a lot of video games.
I would like to thank Mike for taking time out of his adventures to work with Laughing Place.
Well, those are part of the adventures. It's all part of it.
Well, I guess that wraps it up here at Disney Parks Talk Live here at laughingplace.com. Right, Doobie?
I can't think of anything else.
Jeremiah
Mike doesn't
has a
have any other questions. You don't
I
have any
think
questions,
Jeremiah
Rebecca?
has something to say.
Jeremiah, I don't see. So I think no. What do you want, Jeremiah?
So did you guys went back to Disney California Adventure? Did you video Gideon running up and saying it's on again?
It
We
wasn't
tried-
on.
It wasn't on. I wanted to get him to run up the
And
street
we
and do it, but he didn't do it.
But
You know-
and we didn't think to have him run up there and go, it's off.
You know what is on now, though? The Grizzly River Run is
That's
open
right.
again. I'm going to check that out tomorrow.
Definitely ride that. You can live stream that. Probably not.
Gideon's actually
Well, we
working.
could live stream that. That's all
You could.
outside.
Yeah, give it a
It's
shot.
not going to look
That's-
great, probably, but
That sounds.
It'll be fun.
That does not sound like a good
Don't
plan.
do it with your gimbal because
Yeah.
it's just like
Yeah, no, that doesn't sound like a good plan to me.
But not to the three of us, but to Adventurous Mike down there.
I'll definitely
that's
shoot it on the GoPro, and we'll have that.
That
That's what we
sounds
should
like
do. I'll go on Cali and you go on Grizzly at one point, and we'll do side by side live.
Mm-hmm.
side by side.
Tough to time.
Side by side in general, though, is a good idea. That would be a fun side by side video. And Knott's in there too, and Magic Mountain, kind of the quad. Or not. Okay, I have nothing else, hon.
I'm done.
So I guess it's the end.
Oh, you timed
Oh,
this.
it's the
Oh no,
end.
no! What are you doing, Oswald?
It's the end.
I want the sports announcer back.
What do you
That was
expect?
inappropriate.
Bye, everybody.
Wait, time out.
What?
You're right. Popeye and Blue Nose. We need them too. Sorry about that. Thanks, Tony.
We're
Bye,
doing all
everybody.
those live at once.